Hi, I'm Audrey Elliott, and I did Jewish women's participation in the Talmud. First of all is our contents, Article 1, Article 2, and our takeaway. First of all, Article 1 is Jewish women's participation in Talmud studies signals change in a strictly Orthodox world. Starting off is our summary, which is a text once exclusively read by men, the Daf Yomi, has become popular among women, being broadcast through podcasts, phone apps, and Facebook groups. And you can see some participants here, looking happy and everything. On to our author, Isabel Kirshner. She's actually Jewish herself. While it isn't said that she participated in the Hadron, but she did, write about it. And it's published by the Independent Co.uk. It was published January 10th, 2020, and it was written, of course, about Israel, but from the UK perspective. Our takeaway is the world is changing for and because of women. This article says the Hadron, like I just mentioned before, and versus the Siyum Hashas. Now, the Siyum Hashas, but I'm probably butchering that, is the celebration of the Talmud by men, and the Hadron is, of course, the women's version. The Daf Yomi, also the Talmud, has become popular, very, very popular. It was only for men, and if women were educated about it, it was frowned upon, though not banned, but it was like one of those secret rules. It's like, don't do that. But now, of course, there's been a rise in technology, and it's being broadcast all over the world. So now that every Jewish woman from anywhere can educate herself on, or a man if they like, on the Talmud. And it also draws attention to how many people were there. There's lots of people. I think it references maybe a couple hundred of people, which is quite a lot, and it was before quarantines. On to Article 2, which is Orthodox Jewish women take a new lead in Talmud study in Israel. The summary of this one is, among devout Orthodox Jews, the intense study of the Talmud is no longer just a man's world. Women are increasingly delving into the central religious work, and American expats in Israel are at the forefront of the trend. Meaning that, about the same as the first one, is that the women are getting more and more involved in their religions, whether they be Jewish, Christian, Catholic, though this article itself does focus on Orthodox Jews. And to the side there, you can see some more reading from a little printout, of the Daf Yomi. Again, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. The author of this one is Daniel Estrin, and it's published by the NPR.org. Now, Daniel Estrin, I could not find a lot on him. I did see that he was also Jewish. He is a U.S. journalist, but that's about it. I didn't see anything really else. But Article 2 has more details. It has more details in why this was so important. It has more information about the Hadron, which it defines it, and actually notes it was the first one ever in 2020. So why it's so important that women are getting so much more involved. And it also gives you more context about Orthodox Jews themselves. And as a reader, if I didn't know anything about Jews, this would give me more of context in what I would know what I was reading, instead of just seeing random words and not knowing, what I was looking at. And it also gives you more of, like, back when the Talmud was written, this one in particular, women weren't valued. That if they didn't work or have any education, they had no value besides bearing children or having families or anything. So it gives more, and first-hand accounts. It gives more context and first-hand accounts as well from the Hadron. And it was really important to a lot of women and everything. It really gives you that perspective. While Article 1 gives you a lot of information and a lot of, like, facts and straight-up things, Article 2 gives you more of that feeling like you were there. And, like, if you really know how they feel. Our takeaway is, while they both are over the same thing, personally, I do prefer Article 2, even though, not because it's American, though, but because it gives you more information. It really shows you what it was like, what it's like in Israel about the Orthodox Jews and the Hadron. It lets you see how it was really there, and how this all ties into class is it talks about the Talmud, and it gives you a little bit more of what they're going over, like the Daf Yomi. It's their Talmud that they specifically were going over. And it enhances your understanding of Orthodox Jews, besides just giving you random, words and information that you don't quite could understand if you weren't raised or studied in it. I think one question to take away from this is, why everything's circled around men. But, no, it's, why one article may go over more information and context, while one just gives you just some information. And another takeaway would be for Orthodox Jews as a whole. If I was a beginning Orthodox Jew and I didn't know a whole lot, I would probably go to an article like the second article and know, this really means something. So it shows you more of from their perspective, rather than the first article that gives you more of a step back perspective. And that is all to my last slide. If you have any questions, concerns, let me know, and thank you for watching.